What's up, YouTube? It's Bianca J, and I'm here today with a prophetic message from the Lord. And so, you guys, I don't have a title today. I never had titles, but I do have the word broken down. And so, I want to start off by talking about a dream that I had on a September 29th night, going into September 30th, like early morning-ish. And so, in this dream, I seen it was it was an Indian woman in a red lehengas. I hope I'm pronouncing it right, you guys. I hope I'm not messing it up too bad. But she was in a red lehengas dress, and the groom, he was in an all white suit with a black trim. And so she was Indian and the groom was Asian. And so the photographer was taking the picture. And so on the picture that he took, it was two names that I could see at the bottom. And so then I'll break that down too about the names, you guys. And so then in the dream, it goes to another woman who was getting married. It was another Indian woman. She was getting married, and she had on a red lehengas. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. But yeah, she had on a red lehengas too. And so she had a storefront. And so in this storefront, it was an invitation or a notice that was like stickered to the door, like a big sticker. And then it had like a big like circle that said effective, like it was effective immediately, whatever was on that sticker that was on her door. And so she was kind of like in hiding, like she didn't really want anyone to see her. And so she went to the door and she like hurried up and grabbed it off the door, and she like held it real close to her. And so then she like peeped at it and looked, but then she like held it real close to her, and she looked around to see if anyone seen her grab the notice off the door. And so then like she tried to like, you know, get down to get out of there from her in that area without anyone seeing her. And so I did go ahead and break this dream down. Let me see. Oh, and another thing that I need to speak on. The flyer had an effective date of 10/12/23. And so that may be for somebody, that date that was on that flyer that said effective, right? Okay, and so let me get to where in my notes, you guys, where I started to break down this dream. What part? So that was the dream she made. Okay, so what this dream is speaking of, it's speaking on like many of God's sons and daughters being in their marriage season. Some of you women may have been in hiding. Like the lady was trying to be real discreet. She didn't want anyone to see her, but she knew what that flyer meant, that invitation meant for her, right? And so what the Lord is saying for a lot of his daughters who have been in hiding, get ready, because the date has been set and you're coming out of preparation, right? And so I also feel led to say that this is something that God wants you to keep to yourself. Hence how she looked at when she put it off, the flyer off of the door, she looked at it, but then she held it so close to her, like she didn't want anyone else to see, and how she looked around to see, did anyone see? And then how she got down to, like, you know, dug down, like she didn't really want to be seen, and she didn't want anyone to see what she grabbed off that door, right? And so what the Lord is saying here for some of his daughters who have been in hiding, who have been in preparation, that keep this to yourself, like until the engagement has taken place, right? Like maybe, you know, the Lord has been speaking to you, telling you that you are in your marriage season, but the Lord is saying keep that to yourself, right? Once the engagement takes place, you can start to, you know, mention it to people, let people know that, okay, I'm engaged, you know, and so forth. And so as in this dream, the bride-to-be was like I said, she was very discreet with that invitation. She didn't want anyone to see that flyer. She held it like close to her heart. She seen the date on there. She seen where it said effective, and she didn't want anyone else to see it. And so, like I said, keep this to yourself. And so both the bride and the bride to be, they both were wearing red wedding lehengas. I hope I'm pronouncing it right, you guys. And so red is known to be a auspicious color, right? And red in Indian culture, it means conducive to success. It means favorable, right? And so the wedding dress of the bride comes from the groom side of the family, the groom side, right? As a shagan. I hope I'm pronouncing it right, or a shagan. And a shagan meaning auspicious, like an auspicious moment, right? And so remember I said the picture of the bride and groom who had been married, who had just got married. The photographer was taking that picture, and it was two names on the bottom of the photo, right? Bottom of the photograph. And so the name that I seen was Yulia and Shiloh. Yulia and Shiloh. And so Yulia is a Hebrew girl's name, right? Meaning like youth, youthful. It also means like downy, bearded. Downy meaning like covered with fine, soft hair or feathers, right? And so downy also meaning, meant soft. And so Shiloh, Shiloh is also a common name given to boys in Israel, right? And so the Hebrew meaning of Shiloh, Shiloh means he who it is, or he who is sent. Oh no, he who is to be sent. Sorry about that. And so it also has a meaning that which belongs to him. And you can find that in Genesis 49 verse 10. Again, that is Genesis 49 verse 10. And so Shiloh is also an important like biblical place. It's in reference to the Messiah, the bridegroom. And Shiloh also meaning like a place of peace, right? And so Shiloh is a Israelite city in Ephraim. And for over like 300 years, Shiloh served as the spiritual capital of the Hebrew people. It's the home of the tabernacle and the Ark of the Covenant, right? And so Shiloh is like 10 miles from Bethel. And so this word has a two-part meaning. It speaks of a lot of God's sons and daughters getting married, and those who were in preparation, who have been in hiding, walking into who has just entered into their marriage season, right? And some of you guys, like I said, may have been in hiding, but you're coming out. The engagement is getting ready to take place.